NASA says that we need to talk about what happens when we find alien life beyond our Earth. Even though we have not found any evidence of extraterrestrial life so far, that's not to say we shouldn't be prepared for the day when that could change. After all, scientists think that alien life is a distant possibility, if not an outright probability. And while we're yet to turn up a whisper of hard evidence to support the hypothetical existence of life beyond our Earth, we are nonetheless always looking for it, or when we do find it, the evidence that is, or even just begin to piece together the first incremental traces of it, we need to be ready. This is what NASA scientists are telling us in a new scientific commentary led by none other than the Space Agency's chief scientist James Green. NASA researchers make the case for why we need to establish a framework for reporting evidence of extraterrestrial life. The team says our generation could realistically be the one that discovers evidence of life beyond our Earth, and with this privileged potential comes responsibility. According to researchers, the discovery of alien life by humanity is unlikely to be a yes or no, all or nothing event. Rather, it's probable that the detection of extraterrestrial life will be a drawn-out, evolving process of scientific investigation and discovery, and the sooner that's understood by everyone, the better. Researchers say history includes many claims of life detected that later proved incorrect or ambiguous when considered in exclusively binary terms. Support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box. They said, if instead we recast the search for life as a progressive endeavor, we convey the value observations that are contextual or suggestive but not definitive, and emphasize that false starts and dead ends are an expected part of the healthy scientific process. Such is the complexity of this kind of multi-tiered qualitative assessment that we need a progressive scale to measure and chart new discoveries, something much like the technology readiness level TRL scale that NASA itself uses to track the progress of spaceflight instruments all the way from concept to implementation in actual missions. In the context of astrobiological detections of life, NASA says we could use an analog, a confidence of detection, COLD scale for short, with the lowest levels of scale focusing on the initial identification of potential biosignatures, with higher levels reserved for more specific and certain measurements of the subject. Such a nuanced scale, tracking potential life detections against a series of objective, progressively more demanding benchmarks, would help place all purported biosignatures in a standardized context, helping the research community and the broader community follow their work to interpret whatever new findings scientists are reporting. Establishing best practices for communicating about life detection can serve to set reasonable expectations on the early stages of hugely challenging endeavor, attach value to incremental steps along the path, and build public trust by making clear that false starts and dead ends are an expected potential productive part of the scientific process, they said. And whatever the outcome of the dialogue, what matters is that it occurs, and in doing so, we can only become more effective at communicating the results of our work and the wonder associated with it, they said. This is published in Nature magazine, and it's on Science Alert by Peter Dockrell. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support.